Welcome to Procurement Unplugged, the podcast where we break down the future of procurement. I'm Marquise, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's shaking up the procurement world: AI. Is it a friend or foe? Will it revolutionize procurement or, well, make procurement professionals obsolete? Joining us today is someone who truly understands procurement. Please welcome Deanna, with over 15 years of experience leading procurement transformations in global organizations.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
We're thrilled to have your expertise. Now, there's this buzz that by 2025, procurement organizations that haven't embraced AI might as well close up shop. That's a bold statement. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it definitely gets your attention. I think what it's highlighting is the incredible speed of AI development. Procurement really is at a crossroads. We can choose to leverage AI and become more strategic, or we can risk getting left behind.
Okay, so let's talk about this tipping point everyone's talking about. What does that actually look like in the world of procurement?
It's a fundamental shift. Imagine moving from manual reactive processes to automated proactive ones driven by AI. And we're not just talking about simple automation here. Think intelligent decision-making, predictive analytics, even actions taken autonomously by AI. We're talking about AI that can anticipate supply chain disruptions, negotiate contracts, and choose the best suppliers.
Autonomous actions. So, like a self-driving car, but for procurement. I'm picturing an AI going back and forth with suppliers on its own.
You're getting the idea. Think about it as agentic AI. AI that operates independently within predefined rules. For example, an AI agent could handle routine purchases, like reordering office supplies, freeing you up for more strategic tasks.
That's a game changer for anyone who's ever been bogged down in those day-to-day tasks. So how would this play out in a real procurement team? Where do you even begin to implement something like this?
Let's take the example of procurement requests. Traditionally, this involves emails, forms, and a lot of back and forth, right?
Oh, I know that dance all too well. It can feel like herding cats sometimes, trying to get all the information you need.
Exactly. Now imagine a conversational interface powered by AI guiding users through the process. It asks the right questions, captures all the necessary information up front, and ensures accuracy, minimizing those frustrating errors.
So it's like having an AI assistant handling all the tedious stuff, making sure nothing falls through the cracks.
Precisely. And it's not just about capturing information. This system can integrate with your entire source-to-pay suite. Think about it. Automatically routing requests, triggering sourcing events, even suggesting preferred vendors based on preset criteria. This is what we're seeing with solutions like Merlin Intake. Built-in intelligence that streamlines the entire process.
Merlin Intake. I've heard that name thrown around. Tell me more about it.
Merlin Intake is a perfect example of AI transforming procurement. It uses generative and agentic AI to simplify requests and empower you to make data-driven decisions. And the key here is that it's not just another tool you have to learn, it's built into your existing systems.
So it's less about adding another platform to your workflow and more about making the platforms you already use smarter.
Exactly. That makes adoption much smoother.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so what kind of results can someone expect? Is there a real impact from Merlin Intake?
There are benefits across the board. For employees, it simplifies the process and makes procurement more user-friendly. For procurement teams, it means faster turnaround times, visibility into spending early on, and automation of those repetitive tasks. And for leadership, it provides better compliance, cost control, and solutions that can scale as the business grows. We're talking about potential cost savings of 3–4% of total spend, a 55% boost in efficiency, and user adoption rates exceeding 90%.
Those are some impressive numbers. A 55% boost in efficiency. I can see why people are excited about this. What features drive those results?
Features like integration with platforms you're already using, like MS Teams and Slack, make it readily accessible. There's also one-click sourcing, dynamic workflows, preferred vendor routing, and even integration with data analytics tools for customized reports. It really orchestrates the entire procurement process, from the initial request to the final purchase order.
That's amazing. So we've talked about how AI can transform procurement intake. But let's broaden our perspective. You mentioned agentic AI handling those autonomous negotiations earlier. What other applications do you see for this kind of technology in procurement?
The possibilities are vast. Think about data-driven supplier selection, continuous monitoring of supplier performance and risks, streamlined spend analysis, and faster, more informed decision-making. Imagine AI agents autonomously negotiating contract terms, optimizing for the best possible outcomes based on real-time data and market trends.
It sounds almost too good to be true, but then again, that's how it always seems with new technology, right? What was once science fiction is now becoming reality. This all sounds very exciting, but I'm sure some procurement professionals listening might be wondering, what does this mean for my job? Will AI replace procurement professionals altogether?
That's a valid concern, and it's something we need to address head-on. The short answer is no. AI is not about replacing jobs. It's about augmenting human capabilities.
So it's more like AI will handle the tasks that are better suited for machines, freeing up human professionals to focus on higher-level strategic thinking.
Exactly. AI can free you from mundane, repetitive tasks, allowing you to focus on building stronger supplier relationships, driving innovation, and managing risk.
That makes sense. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans working with machines to achieve better outcomes.
Precisely.
So for those listening who are thinking, okay, this is the future, this is where things are headed, what can they do to prepare for this AI-driven future? What are some practical steps they can take?
They need to start by embracing a data-driven culture. Clean, accurate data is the foundation for any successful AI implementation. Remember, AI algorithms learn from data. The better the data, the better the AI's performance.
So garbage in, garbage out, right?
Absolutely. You also need to invest in the right technologies and develop the skills needed to leverage these tools effectively.
So it's not just about building the shiniest new AI software, but making sure your team knows how to actually use it effectively.
Exactly. Training and upskilling are crucial. Most importantly, you need to be open to change and embrace a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation.
It sounds like it's all about fostering a culture that embraces change, welcomes new ideas, and is always looking for ways to improve.
You got it.
All right, so let's bring it back to our initial question. Will AI disrupt or destroy procurement by 2025?
I firmly believe it will disrupt procurement for the better. It's not about destruction. It's about transformation.
So it's more of an evolution than a revolution.
Precisely. Organizations that embrace AI will be more agile, efficient, and strategic. They'll be better positioned to navigate complex supply chains, mitigate risks, and drive value for their organizations.
And those who resist.
Those who resist change risk being left behind.
It's survival of the fittest in the digital age.
You could say that.
Deanna, this has been an incredibly insightful conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
This is just the beginning of our AI journey, and we'll be diving deeper into specific applications and strategies in future episodes. Until then, stay curious, stay plugged in, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in procurement. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review. It really helps other procurement professionals find the show. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us on social media or through our website. We love hearing from our listeners. Until next time, stay curious.